All right, so here are my jacks that I'm going to be using, jack posts, and how they work. A friend of mine had this pipe, and it is quite thick. These are industrial size pipe, very, very heavy duty. And so we cut these, and he welded a nut on the top plate, and I had these plates cut by a metal fabricator, and they're 6x6 1/4-inch steel, and so my friend welded this nut on it, and then I purchased this rod, 5/8 rod, and this nut, and also this 5/8 washer, and there's holes that I had drilled in these plates as well. So bottom plate, top plate, washer, if I can do this while I'm videoing. Then the rod goes inside, and then these holes actually allow me to mount this plate to the beam. And what I can do is come in here, and once this is in place, I can twist this nut and actually raise this plate and lift whatever areas I need lifted. So I've got 20 of these, and it's probably overkill, but I will never have to fear again and can level my house for the most part. Won't be perfect, but it'll be good. So these are the cement cookies I'm using in the places where I can't put these jacks on my footer. And so these are gonna be just in areas that have a really solid ground section. I can just dig a little area to have it set in place, and then put this on top of it, and then jack it up where I need to have it jacked up to a beam. So here we are making beams now. So we've got a 2 by 12 by 14s, foot long. I've got 5/8 inch thick CDX. I may be saying that wrong. And then we've got another 2 by 12 by 14, and we are spacing them out here, as you can see. So the seams don't line up in the same spot; they overlap. So there's another seam down there. And same is true of this CDX. It doesn't ever line up all three in one spot. Gives the board a lot more strength. So following the assembly of the beams, what we did is we attached 2x4s to the joists up above, and then attached another 2x4 to that 2x4, if that makes sense, and attached that to the beam. So all we had to do was lift the beam and slap some nails through those brackets to hold the beam up for us, and that saved us a ton of back-breaking work right there. We just lifted it up and then popped some screws in or nails and worked great. So that's a great tip if you're wondering how to put these beams up. That's the way to do it before you put the poles in. And you can see we have these gaps here, which looks kind of weird, but that actually saved us a bunch of time because we've got these pipes. So either we were going to have to lower the beam and block above to make it all meet the joists, which would be a lot more work, or we can just run the beam to each of the joists here and end it, skip the pipe, and then hit the next joist, which is exactly what we did. So that worked really well. But now we're taking out these support boards, and really leaning on these supports that hold this beam up. And then we're putting these jacks in. We're using a hammer drill with a chisel bit to take out some of the cement here to make it level. We drilled holes into each side of the plate so we could screw these screws in so it wouldn't slide around and would just stay still on the beam. So we're gonna do the next one here. You can watch. That big piece, show that to the camera. So there's a big piece that really kept it from being level. So we knocked some of that off. It's a lot smoother.